Hi, and welcome to Nightkin Devlog 1. My name's Luis. I'm a game developer working on a brand new FPS survival game called Nightkin. Today, I'll be giving you a general look into the game, inviting the community to tag along and learn more about the project. Hopefully, this will be the first of a series of devlogs tracking the game's development from the very beginning. Nightkin is a single-player sandbox survival game developed around the concepts of immersion, player-driven decision-making, and exceptional gunplay. The idea for the game came to me after playing STALKER Anomaly and STALKER Gamma for hundreds of hours. I wanted to create a platform that could grow into a fully realized, ultra-immersive world, packed with stories, factions, quests, and above all, freedom. A game where player choice drives the experience, offering tons of options while rewarding creative, emergent gameplay. But I also wanted exceptional gunplay to be one of the cornerstones of the game, and the high production standards were inspired by Metro and Escape from Tarkov. The final product will be a clever combination of the immaculate immersion of Metro and STALKER, with the groundbreaking attention to detail found in EFT. Combine that with a more enjoyable, self-paced, and accessible game loop, and you get Nightkin. The game revolves around exploration, resource management, combat, and base building. Players navigate the world by crossing a chain of maps, linked by bridges, paths, tunnels, and hidden routes. As players move south, the game becomes harder, combat becomes more tactical, basic survival resources become harder to find, and the world gets exponentially more dangerous, forcing players to make strategic decisions and master the game world. Expeditions and hideouts drive the core game loop. Players traverse the game world through expeditions, non-linear tracks spanning multiple maps. Because of the lack of fast travel, expeditions across maps can become complex endeavors. Hideouts are safe environments for players, created from empty, abandoned structures scattered across the world. They are completely customizable, and their goal is to provide players with spaces for crafting, gear repair, and storage. Plus, hideouts are one of the few ways to save your progress out in the wilds. Gunplay was built around smooth movement, responsive controls, and player agency. Weapons featured several layers of procedural animations for locomotion and high-quality keyframed animations for weapon handling. Most weapons offer some degree of customization, and the arsenal includes several variations of each gun, creating hundreds of loadout possibilities. The player controller was crafted from scratch, allowing flexible movement speeds, stances, and stealth mechanics. These systems work together to create dynamic gameplay, supporting both long-range and close-quarters combat. By balancing realism with enjoyable gameplay, combat in the game accommodates diverse playstyles while maintaining a high standard of quality. Darkness amplifies danger, with nocturnal enemies becoming more active and visibility plummeting. However, night expeditions offer strategic opportunities, fewer human enemies but more deadly creatures. Stealth and planning become key to survival. This dynamic favors preemptive planning and stealth-based playstyles, making undetected traversal a viable approach for completing quests and gathering resources. Inspired by regions of southeastern Europe, especially areas west of the Black Sea, the game world consists of a series of interconnected, highly detailed maps. Each map will be carefully crafted with dynamic routes and creative gameplay in mind, and the environment is shaped by ever-changing elements. Enemy positions change, a persistent day and night cycle influences all maps, and a dynamic weather system impacts gameplay in real time. The dynamic weather system operates independently across maps, affecting visibility, mobility, and combat. Rain and volumetric fog reduce visibility, but also muffle sounds, favoring stealth playstyles, while clear skies offer ideal conditions for long-range, pre-planned engagements. I decided to start with the development of dozens of prototypes for the expected core game loop. Once I felt confident in the workflow and the results I was getting, I began rewriting these mechanics together, forming what would eventually grow into a stable, concise, and scalable foundation for the game. After 18 months of pre-production, I had a complete, polished, and fully playable proof of concept for core mechanics like smooth movement, ballistics, stealth, survival, and looting. I would say my first goal was achieved: the creation of a polished, playable, and engaging set of features that now serves as a strong foundation for the next phase of development. The next phase will focus on developing a scalable AI framework for enemy behavior, a significant time investment into sound design, and the expansion for combat and survival mechanics. Nightkin is the result of years of planning, research, prototyping, and iteration. From its open-ended exploration and survival features, to its dynamic world steeped in mystery, every aspect of the game is designed to offer a unique, ever-evolving experience. And this is just the beginning. I'll be releasing new devlogs every month, showcasing new features, content, and going deep into the game's story, maps, and mechanics. A free playable demo is planned for Q4 of this year, giving the community a much closer look at the game's progress, while giving me the chance to gather as much feedback as possible. If you want to stay up to date, you can wishlist Night Kingdom's team and join our official Discord server for early previews, official announcements, and discussions about the game. And if you like to go even further, you can support the game on Patreon, helping shape the project and providing in-depth feedback. Thank you so much for watching. Like many of you, I am a fan of immersive FPS games, and my goal is to create something truly special for all of us.